Hello everyone. Now in the previous classes we had completed the chapter number 11th and I had completed the exercise number 11.2 and 11.2 is removed from the syllabus. In that note the chapter get completed. So today I am going to start the lengthy chapter surface area and volume. That chapter you need to will be continuing class 10th also. So you have to understand the concept of the chapter. There are the many figures, solid figures that are in the different shapes. So we have to understand how to find their area, how to find their volume. So this chapter consists of the many exercises are there in this chapters. So few exercises, beginning exercises are based on the how to find the area, and the rest exercises are based on the how to find the volume of the solid figure. You may know that there are the many type of solid figure around us. First one, cuboid, cube, cylinder, sphere, hemisphere. These are the different shapes we have in around us. So now we have to find the area of such solid shapes and how to find that area. So there is one formula for to calculate the area as well as the volume. So today we are going to discuss about the cuboid and the cubes, because the 13.1 is mainly based on the cuboid and the cube. The exercise number, chapter number 13, exercise number first is mainly based on the two figures. One is the cuboid and next is the cube. So we will have to understand what are the cuboid and what are the cube. So cuboids is just like a room. I have this shape. You can consider this as a cuboid. This part, the cuboid is just like a room. So in the room we have the ceiling part also and floor part also, and four walls are there. So cuboid, this is the suppose ceiling part, and this is the bottom part, and this is the height. So you can see here I have one height, two height, three height, and the four height. Four heights are there and the four length are there. Length, one length, two, three, and the four. And four width are there. One, two, three, and four. So four width, four length, four height. So cuboid are actually the combination of the two rectangular. You can see this part is the rectangle. This part is the just like the rectangle part. So rectangle, when you see the ceiling part is in the shape of rectangle because it has the length bit also, and the floor part is also in the shape of the rectangle bit. It also has the length and bit also, and along with that we have the four walls. This four walls and the ceiling and the floor make the cuboid. So cuboid is the figure which consists of the four length, four width, four height. Four length, four width, four height. Now to find the area of cuboid, total surface of area of cuboid, total surface area of cuboid, total surface area of cuboid is equal to 2 into L plus B into BH plus HL. So this L stands for the length, B stands for the breadth, and C stands for the length, breadth, and the height. So you can see here this is the length, breadth, height and length. This is the total surface area of cuboid. This total surface of cuboid will be included in the when we have to find the area of this complete room, including four wall, length, height, everything. When everything we are calculating, then we will use this formula. And the cuboid consists of four length, four width, and four height. So when we have to find the perimeter of the cuboid, what we will do? We will take the 4 multiply length plus breadth plus height. This will be the formula to find the perimeter of the cuboid, and this will be the formula to find the total surface area of cuboid. Remember one thing, total surface area of cuboid, when I say that, it will include each and every part of the cuboid. It will, when I find the cuboid, when I have to find the total surface area of cuboid, I will include every part of this cuboid. So this is the formula we will use to find total surface area of cuboid. Now Now question may be in the different forms. Now next question comes कि we have to find the lateral surface area, or either ceiling or the bottom part is not included. Suppose if I have to find the area of this much, I have to not use this part, and I already told this may be in the shape of the rectangles. This may be shape. So this is the one. This one area I need to find. So I have to. If I apply this complete formula, this will be wrong, because this will calculate the total surface area occupied, and I need to find only the leaving the floor ceiling part. This, suppose if this is the room, it is the ceiling part. If I remove, this will become the total surface area occupied. So to find that occupied, what we will do? The surface area occupied when except ceiling or the floor part, either the first if this top part is removed, then the formula will become, this 2 will multiply inside the bracket 2, it will be the LB plus 2BH plus 2HL. This will be the formula for to find the surface area occupied except the ceiling or the floor. Either if we include the ceiling, or if we are not using the floor, then this will be the formula for to find the surface area occupied except ceiling or floor. So this here 2 times length width is there, 2 times this. If we see this formula, this will becoming 2 times length width, 2 times BH, 2 times HL. So when we are not using the ceiling part, this 2 times length width will change to the 1 length width. Because why? Because I already told the ceiling and bottom part is in the face shape of rectangle, and the formula for rectangle is length into breadth. So length into breadth we will be taking 1 time, because the floor top part is removed. Top part is removed. This will be formula for to find when the top part is removed. If suppose the bottom part is removed, then also the formula will be same, because that bottom part will also having the shape of rectangle, and the area of the rectangle is the length into breadth. So this will be formula for to find the surface area occupied when the ceiling part or the bottom part, either the ceiling part is removed, then also this formula, either the bottom part is not included, then also this formula. And for total V, I already told. Now question comes, if the how to find surface area occupied when neither the ceiling is included, neither the bottom is included. For that, what we will do? For that, we have the formula that we call lateral surface area. We call that lateral surface area. Lateral surface area means occupied means when the ceiling and the bottom part both are excluded, both are not included. Means if this is the that occupied, if I am not using the ceiling part also, neither I am using this bottom part also, then the formula will become when I am not using the both part, so it will be ceiling and the bottom part both are removed. So then the formula will be 2L plus B into H, or you can say that this is the perimeter rectangle. So perimeter into height. Perimeter into height. Perimeter into height will be the lateral surface area of the cuboid when the ceiling and the bottom part both are not included. So I hope this things is clear to you, because when we solve the exercise, we'll apply the formula, and for that you should be very thoroughly know this formula very clearly. You have understood clearly. It should be very clear to you how to apply formula and where to apply the formula, which formula to be applied. So cuboid is the one figure with kind of solid space. Now we will discussing about the cube. So this total surface area of the cuboid is over. Now total surface area of cube, we have the another formula. Cube, I think you know, it is has the all sides are equal. All sides are equal. So the cube, this is over. Now we will discuss about the cube. Cube, all sides are equal, and the all sides are equal. So to find the total surface area, total surface area of cube, it is the 6a square. 6a square means what? A stands for sides, or A we call edge. In the cube, the side is also known by the another name, that is the edge. So this A stands for side or edge. This is the formula to find the total surface area of cube. So when the every part of the cube is cube, I think you know the cube is the figure, solid figure which has the all sides are equal. So you may have seen the many cubes, so that cube, to find that area, we have to use the formula 6a square. In some book this formula becomes the 6l square also. So both are same. In our book it is given 6a square. L square also stands for the side, and L square also stands for the side. So you can use this formula 6l square also. In the both the case, the formula will not be changed. Now this part is clear to you. Now 6l square and 6a square. So any formula you can use 6l square or 6a square, but the L or A will stand for the edge or the side. Now, as we had discussed the lateral surface area of cuboid, and I told the lateral surface area of cuboid means when the bottom and the top part was not included. Same way, if we have to find the lateral surface area of cube where the top and the bottom part are not included, in that case the formula will be the lateral surface area of cube is equal to 4a square. 4a square is the formula for the lateral surface area, or 4l square. Either you can use the 6a square or 4a square. Lateral surface area of cube will become 4a square. This is the formula for lateral surface area of cube. Lateral surface area of cube 4a square, and the total surface area of cube is the 6a square. And the total surface area of cuboid is the 2l plus bh plus hl. I already explained how this we had calculated. Perimeter cuboid 4l plus b into h, and the surface area of cuboid, if when the ceiling or the floor part not included, lb 2bh plus 2hl, and the lateral surface means the when top and bottom is not included, then the 2 into l plus b into h, or perimeter into height. So this is the formula for the first exercise. Now there are the many exercises, 8 exercises are there. So we have to use in every exercise new solid figure, new formulas, and that formula we have to apply to solve the exercise. So till this note, I think you will revise this topic so that when I solve the exercise question, you should be able to identify or which formula, how to apply the formula. Now before this last point I have to discuss, suppose I will give one example. If the cost of one pen is the 10 rupees, and if I have to purchase the 5 pen, what will be the total cost of the pen? If the cost of the one pen is 10 rupees, what will the cost of the 5 pen? You will say that this will be the 50 rupees, because if one pen is the 10 rupees, 5 pen will be obviously the 10 multiplied 5, 50 rupees. Same way, suppose if we have to find the cost in the area column, then what we'll do, first we'll find the area. Then if the cost of the 1 meter square is the 20 rupees, cost of the 1 meter square is the 20 rupees, then we'll find the area. And suppose area is the 25 meter square, then 25 will multiply with the 20 to find the total cost. So that also you have to keep in the mind. In the some question we need to find a cost, and some question we need to find the area, and some question we need to find both the things. So this formula you have to write down in the copy. And this all formulas are given in the book, and they are highlighted also, and they are given at the summary part of the chapter also. So I hope you will be revising this formula. Then when we will meet in the next video, I will not explain in this formula because this is already explained, and only I am going to solve the exercise. So easily you can pick up the formula and solve this question. Till then, good day.